So it's not like he hate Diddy, but, you know, sometimes might do that we don't know about.
Well, for him to make the documentary, I think he hates Diddy.
Nah.
Nah?
That's business.
Business?
Something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it.
Is serious right now? Like, is this for real? This man 50 Cent is releasing a docu-series on Netflix. This whole time, I thought this man was joking. I thought he was capping. So the tweet says, I've been telling y'all about this weird-ish. I don't do no puffy parties. You didn't believe me, but I bet you believe me now. Bro, why this man sound like the boogeyman, bruh? And then when you look at the write-up, it says a complex narrative spanning decades. Now, if there is one thing you know about 50 Cent, you know this man is gonna troll. Look at this. Bro, this is no laughing matter, bro. Diddy oil?
A new leaked audio of Diddy has just surfaced, allegedly capturing a private conversation between him, Jay-Z, and Jay-Z's son. And what Diddy says in this recording will leave you speechless. How did he know he'd be sent to the hospital? And what exactly is his connection to Jay-Z's case being dismissed? The truth behind having Diddy around is more unsettling than anyone imagined.
Are we being serious right now? Like, is this for real? This man 50 Cent is releasing a docu-series on Netflix. This whole time, I thought this man was joking. I thought he was capping. So the tweet says, I've been telling y'all about this weird-ish. I don't do no puffy parties. You didn't believe me, but I bet you believe me now. Bro, why this man sound like the boogeyman, bruh? And then when you look at the write-up, it says a complex narrative spanning decades. Now, if there is one thing you know about 50 Cent, you know this man is gonna troll. Look at this. Bro, this is no laughing matter, bro. Diddy oil?
Weeks ago, Diddy reportedly told his son that he had one final trick up his sleeve and that he was going to get out of jail. Then, on February 2nd, in the middle of the night, Diddy was quietly transferred out of jail for an MRI at a Brooklyn hospital. Just 1 week later, the case against Jay-Z was suddenly dismissed. So what really happened during that hospital visit? Who did Diddy speak to, and what kind of power move did he make that forced the charges against Jay-Z to disappear?
On Instagram saying they want to clear up false rumors about their mother. Meanwhile, a new accuser is coming forward. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky has the latest.
The children of Sean Diddy Combs are speaking out for the first time since their father's arrest last week. 4 of Combs' 7 children writing on Instagram, "We have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not. And anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. A 60-page unverified book published earlier this month claimed to be the collection of diaries of Porter, who died at the age of 47 in 2018. The children, who don't mention their father's arrest in the statement, go on to write, "Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories." The message coming as another accuser goes public with allegations against Combs. Talia Graves claims in a civil lawsuit Combs and his bodyguard drugged, bound, and raped her in 2001 and filmed it.
It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are and leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal.
The 54-year-old Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges he led a criminal conspiracy that abused women.
And Aaron Katursky joins me now with more on this. Aaron, how significant is it to have a new accuser making claims like this on camera as Diddy's facing these criminal charges?
Well, look, she is detailing in an anguished appearance with her attorney Gloria Allred what she said happened to her in 2001 and the lasting impact that she said it had on her, and coming after Sean Combs' arrest on criminal charges perhaps lends some additional credibility because he's already been charged in a racketeering conspiracy that sought out women for abuse.
She's also filed a civil suit. Could that affect the criminal case at all?
The civil suit is at least the 12th filed against Sean Diddy Combs, and the first one from last November by Cassie Ventura is really what touched off the criminal case that led to Diddy's arrest and subsequent not guilty plea on the 3 criminal counts. Without the civil suit, there are probably not criminal charges against Sean Combs, but all the civil cases are now likely to be paused while the criminal case takes priority.
Now, some of Combs' children issued this statement on Instagram, speaking out in defense of their mother, but they didn't really mention their father. What do you make of that?
It was an interesting statement coming a little more than a week after Combs' arrest here in New York. And the children seemed quite protective of Kim Porter's legacy because there's this 60-page unverified manuscript online that claimed to be Kim Porter's diary entries or a compilation of some of her thoughts. And the children said that it just isn't true. And they didn't want her and her memory commingled with him and the criminal case that he's now facing.
And what's next in that case now?
He's back in court in early October. For now, he is being housed in protective custody at a federal jail in Brooklyn. He's in a dormitory-style open housing cell with Sam Bankman-Fried, among others.
I even watched the whole interview that they had. Derek Lee claims that in 1997, Diddy raped him. I know he raped a grown ass man. Yeah, he was a bartender. He said, and I don't want people to think that I think that's funny, but the shit is funny. He said it's sad. He said that he was invited to a party and it was girls there, it was guys there. Things got freaky. You understand? He's a bartender. He said that he was drinking Jim Beam and Diddy brought him a drink over. And then Diddy told him, I put a little something extra in there. And he said, I'm sorry, man. He said he woke up butt naked with his thong gone. No, he didn't say that, bro. But he said he woke up and Diddy told him he had him. He said he went, he filed a report, but they threw it up under the cops swept it up under the rug and everything like that. So, he was suing Diddy and everything like that. So he said that, Diddy came to the, jail and said that, hey, I'll give you $2.3 million or something like that, or 23. I don't know if it's 2.3 or $23 million to make this go away. We'll leave this alone the whole 9 yards. Just like I just said, he's trying to pay people off to make things go away, for them to drop their suits and everything like that. You know what I mean? And if he does that, they civil suit. Drop him, make him go away. What would it take? So this particular dude said that Diddy was trying to sell properties and sell things and stop him from getting his money, and I didn't understand that. But the judge found some validity in what he was saying and said, yo, I'm gonna give you a 90-day restraining order against him from selling anything until you get all your paperwork in correct, because Diddy was served in the whole 9 yards. And as it was said that Diddy and his representative did come to the jail. So if the guy didn't have no lawsuit, if the guy wasn't, if his stuff wasn't truthful, why would they entertain it? The judge entertained it, Diddy lawyers them entertain it, and Diddy entertained it. So it may be some truth to it. But this dude is raping grown men. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we can laugh at it, but it sounds like it's true. I'm looking at it right now, and he did go to prison, and he offered the inmate $2.3 million and settled the case. So
that's what the paperwork said, and the judge must have thought he had some validity into what he was saying. What the judge do? He granted him the restraint from Diddy selling the properties until the dude get his paperwork and everything in.
You heard about Diddy law firm breaking ties with him in Miami Beach, taking his day away?
Well, all the things that happened to Diddy, and he losing friends, companies, cities, city names, city girls. I think he should become an altar boy for TD Jakes and give his and let TD Jakes, you know, put some hands on him and probably save himself and save his soul. I think that's what he should do. I think that he should really consider getting into the church. Yo, listen here, man. Do like Russell Simmons. I don't think they have a charge like that over in Bali.
CNN has listened to. You can specifically hear the accuser, who alleges that she was being forced to take this tequila shot that she believed was laced with drugs. And in the audio, you can hear her asking Christian Combs if she was being drugged, and he answers, "Take the shot." Now, just to put things into perspective, the accuser was a crew member on the yacht. She was a bartender, and she says that shortly after this incident with the shot, she says she was cornered in a room. She says things became aggressive and physical, and then says that Christian Combs forced himself on her, and then says that it wasn't until another employee on the yacht came into this room that the abuse that she is alleging in this 31-page lawsuit stopped. And she says it only stopped because that person came into the room. Now, I want to read part of what the accuser's attorney is saying right now. What he's saying is, defendant Sean Combs turned what was sold as a wholesome family excursion into a hedonistic environment. It resulted in an unexpected increase in workload for her and for her colleagues, as well as unwanted exposure to unlawful drug use, sex work, and general chaos. Now, why are they naming Diddy in all of this? And it is partially because he was leasing that yacht. Now, he is not accused of sexual assault, but he is accused in this lawsuit of liability and aiding and abetting because he was the one renting the yacht. Now, his attorney, or actually the attorney for both men, also speaking out and denying these allegations, saying this complaint is filled with manufactured lies and irrelevant facts. We will be filing a motion to dismiss this outrageous claim. Again, they have continued to say that this is something that they will fight, that they are innocent in all of this. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out in court, if it gets to court or if it gets settled at some point, which has been the case with a previous lawsuit. But again, we'll have to wait and see what happens as Diddy and his son continue to say they're innocent, and the victims here continue to say that they were sexually assaulted, Fred.
And so while music mogul Combs isn't accused of sexual assault in the lawsuit, he has been accused of a range of sexual misconduct in other separate lawsuits. How might that play into this?
Yeah, as I mentioned, one of the lawsuits was settled, but there are others that are currently pending, right? And so there's a lot of the details that we've learned, and attorneys say that there's audio and video of these alleged crimes, or at least some of the alleged crimes. You're seeing some of those cases there. The one with Cassie was the one that was settled, but there are other ones that we'll still have to wait and see how they play out. And of course, we all saw just last month as Diddy's homes in both Miami and Los Angeles were the target of a federal investigation, and we saw that all play out on video last month. But again, it's important to point out that Diddy continues to say that he is innocent. They said this was a gross overuse of military level force, and they say that he is innocent and will continue to fight to defend.
Whatever happened that night at the hospital, one thing is clear, Diddy's so-called final trick worked. He got out, and Jay-Z walked free. The real question now is, who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes? If you want more shocking revelations like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.